So the OnePlus event is over and there's quite a lot to talk about, but also not, because most was pretty much known. However, OnePlus did reveal some new things in this event in London. So let's talk about that. Now, to start off, in the UK the OnePlus 7T wasn't available yet, and with this event they basically showcased the OnePlus 7T for the UK and of course the pricing for it as well, but also for the other models, but we'll get to that later. Now, the OnePlus 7T, as we know, is an update from the OnePlus 7. However, the OnePlus 7T puts the OnePlus 7 Pro and even the OnePlus 7T Pro in a position where I don't feel like those are the value ones and those are the ones that you should get. The OnePlus 7T is actually quite a compelling package. Now, the OnePlus 7T also comes with a different design, where the OnePlus 7T Pro stays basically the same, with a small change where it has actually, I think it is a laser on the side of the camera. Now, the difference for the OnePlus 7T is that basically you now have a rounded camera housing. For myself, I like the rounded camera housing, however I'm not the biggest fan of the camera layout inside of it. They could have done it a bit different, like have one sensor on top, two in the middle, and then below it you have the flash. It would have looked more natural if you ask me. Now, the normal OnePlus 7T comes with a price of $599, and this is of course in pounds. And then we get to the device that they didn't reveal yet, and this is the OnePlus 7T Pro. Now, the OnePlus 7T Pro is basically an upgrade from the OnePlus 7 Pro. However, I do see an issue for this device, and that again is simply the OnePlus 7T. The OnePlus 7T has basically every single thing that the OnePlus 7T Pro has. It has the same display, however you do have a cutout, and of course you do have the same camera setup. However, with that same camera layout there is a slight difference. The OnePlus 7T Pro can zoom in 3 times, where the OnePlus 7T can only zoom in twice. Now, this is a slight difference and not something that makes me feel like it's a benefit to buy this over the OnePlus 7T. Next to that though, you do have a difference in storage. The base storage for the OnePlus 7T Pro is 256 GB, also 8 GB of RAM, and of course it comes with the same UFS 3.0. So basically the difference for the OnePlus 7T and the OnePlus 7T Pro is that you don't have a cutout, you have a sliding mechanism for the front camera, you of course have the 3 times optical zoom instead of 2 times, you have the 256 GB of internal memory compared to 128 GB, and of course you have the dual speakers. Apart from that, there isn't much difference between the two. However, if I have to say something after using both of them, I like the texture on the OnePlus 7T Pro better. However, if I would advise you a device, I would advise the OnePlus 7T. This one basically has what the OnePlus 7T Pro has, but just for a cheaper price with some slight conveniences for the OnePlus 7T Pro. And then of course we get to the McLaren version. Now, this McLaren version is something that they have done with the 6 as well. This looked quite different and unique, and with the OnePlus 7T Pro they got that again. Now, for myself, I'm in the mix of whether I like it or not. I like the orange accents, especially because I'm Dutch. But apart from that, what I like about the device itself is of course how it's toned. But I'm not 100% sure about that effect on the back. It can look cool, but if it shows up like a lot, I'm not the biggest fan of that. It doesn't look as nice. However, I do get the reference for it, which they explained. It has to do with how the McLaren is built and the materials that they use. So there is a reference for it and it makes sense. I'm just not sure if it makes sense on a phone like this. But anyway, let's discuss the prices. For the OnePlus 7T, you pay $599 in pounds. For the OnePlus 7T Pro, $699. And of course, for the McLaren version, $799. But this is a special edition. This is something you get to have something different. And I do get that, but for myself, again, like I said before, I would advise the OnePlus 7T. Now, what I also liked about the camera for all versions is that the micro mode is there. The micro mode is actually really stellar, and I tried it out on a plant that was there, and the difference is night and day. It allows you to get much closer to the subject, and it really does look cool, and I like micro shots to begin with. Now in terms of specifications, especially the CPU and of course the charging, there are some changes. For all of the OnePlus devices, you now get the Snapdragon 855 Plus. And next to that you also have Warp Charge 30T, which is again faster than the previous version. The OnePlus 7T Pro also has an upgrade when it comes to the battery. It is now a 4085 mAh battery. And of course there is a difference in what you can get for RAM. Previously on the OnePlus 7 Pro you could actually get it up to 12 GB, but now this is limited to 8 GB. If you want 12 GB, you should get the McLaren Edition that does support 12 GB. Now they also showed some software changes. For instance, having the steady camera, that actually looked quite good. It might have dropped a bit of frames during the recording. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't have a test device, so I cannot confirm it, but it looked like it was dropping some frames in between, but this could be simply the transmission from whatever they were using as source to show on the display. However, that is quite cool and it looked really good for it. And then next to it, what is actually the one thing that stuck with me quite a bit is when you actually are in landscape, you are watching a video and so on most devices I have used, actually all the devices that I have used, when you want to actually go to the application list, so what you are running, you have to go and turn your device 90 degrees. However, with this new software version, you actually don't, and that is actually quite handy. Personalization is also now combined into one section where you can easily change the settings and how you like it. Anyway, this was the event about the OnePlus 7T. Now I know that the lighting isn't on par because simply I'm recording this in my hotel. Apart from that, I do hope that the audio is loud enough, but we'll find out when I get home. But before we leave, I do want to thank Benjamin from Lover of Tech. He really helped me out and hooked me up with getting to this location and of course getting this hotel. It really helped out, and this allowed me to go to the event because else I couldn't be able to. And it was also nice to meet some other people there that I did speak to online but never actually met. So Son of Tech, I enjoyed meeting him. He's a nice guy. Seek Tech Care, also cool guy. Super Saf, cool guy. Tom TheTechChap, cool guy. I think you're seeing a pattern here. Emkwan, it was nice to meet you as well, even though I forgot you in the tweet. There were names, as you know. Callum, also nice to meet, and of course Mr. West. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course talk to you guys in the next.